A cornerstone of progress is well-defined policy, a guiding light that shapes a collective future. Yet, such pronouncement can evoke a spectrum of responses, from enthusiastic embrace to negative emotions. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, recently issued a directive mandating Nigerian banks to implement a 0.5% cybersecurity levy on electronic transfers, commencing in 2 weeks. This levy, stipulated by the CBN, aligns with the provision of the 2024 Cybercrime Prohibition, Prevention and Other Provisions on the Amendment Act. The primary objective of this directive, according to the bank, is to enhance cybersecurity measures within Nigeria's financial sector.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has directed all financial institutions in the country to begin deducting a cybersecurity levy on all electronic transactions starting from May 20, 2024.
Following the appointment of the CBN Governor Yemi Cardoso in 2023, several policies have been made, including increasing the monetary policy rate, NPR, dollar exchange rate at both official and parallel markets, and more. To underscore the position of Nigerians regarding this directive on the cybersecurity levy, Souq News Team conducted interviews with Lagosians on the streets of Lagos Island. Respondents expressed concerns about this newly introduced levy.
I got the mail yesterday, but I just had I scanned through it, but I think it's rather unfortunate because the impression we had is that CBN has been trying to encourage electronic transactions. You understand? So, but trying to now start charging people for now using that electronic transaction, I think it's a little bit out of track. I don't think that will encourage people. Now if the banks are providing an electronic platform for you to do your transaction, it is part of their running costs. They don't have to send it. They don't have to transfer it to all the users. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It should be part of their running costs. If I have an office and I say, people, you have to now reach me through my office via Zoom, I have to be able to take responsibility of the Zoom setup and all stuff like that. So, but I think, I don't know what's going on, but I think the banks just don't want to bear any responsibility at all. Even when there are disputes arising from electronic transactions, you see them denying it, you see them coming to court and say they should also take responsibility in events of fraud and all those stuff. So I don't think CBN is being fair in doing that. It's not right. The bank should take responsibility of that.
I don't think it's the right decision to make right now. We have so many issues going on in the country now. In the talk about the increment of the living wage, increment of the salary. So you've not even stated the fact as to this is what you're going to do for the citizens, and now you've brought up increments in the levy. It is not the right moment for this at this point in time. People are suffering. People are going through a lot of things. Let them at least be able to process and assess some certain things.
We need to really digest and dissect the intentions of CBN. Why should they compel banks to remove certain amount of money from any transaction in the banks? I think the CBN governor needs to come out clearly to give details on this strange policy by the FS Bank. Thank you.
I think there's a lot of things we're paying for. Aside from this cyber security levy, we pay for a whole lot of things. So why can't they cut down the prices from that and probably get something out from the cyber security fee? I just feel like it is another form of extortion from the citizens.
The economic policy that CBN can initiate to drive the economy, not by imposing another form of tax on Nigerians. Let us come out with the economic experts that they can tap into their experiences on how to drive the economic out of its present woods, not by imposing unnecessary taxes on Nigerians. We're already overstretched. And for me, I don't like the idea.
Lagos, we are doing well, but outside Lagos, a lot of people are still very apprehensive of electronic transaction. Of course, that's going to make people to carry more cash. Of course, it has a ripple effect. When you carry more cash, you lose more cash, and you see there's likelihood of theft, and a lot of things, and you spend way beyond the way you plan and a lot of things. So it's going to have a lot of impact. And a lot of people don't, any little money you remove from the account, it's including me too. It counts. Now you see, the banks are running a business, though it's a regulated kind of business. The banks are running a business. So when they come up with a feature that will help their business, like what we are talking about, it's not something the CBN should come and say, people now tell people, depositors, to come and pay for it. It's their business they are running. If I'm setting up a business, if I'm setting up my law firm, for example, and I pay for my office, I pay for my laptop and internet connections. Yes, somehow along the line, the bill, the cost will be transferred to the clients, no doubt. But you don't take it from the client directly. A client don't walk into your office and you say, pay for my internet, pay for this, pay for that. So the banks are running a business. So they should find a way to put it in their overhead.
While the CBN directive aims to bolster cybersecurity infrastructure in the financial sector, it has sparked apprehension and calls for alternative approaches from some members of the Nigerian public. Grace Komolafe, Souq News.